What's up, everybody? What's up? And welcome to What's Going On by Swagger Magazine. I am LaRhonda Marie, your host today, and I am so excited about the person that I'll be interviewing today, Miss Kendra. I'm going to wait until she gets on board because I don't want to mispronounce her last name or how she wants to be, what she wants to be called. But at any rate, thank you so much for joining the What's Going On segment. Today, we're just going to be discussing her journey, her books, her films, everything that I can think of. I had a great time kind of researching everything about this young lady. And so I'm just excited. Just a couple of days from Women's Month, and it's always awesome to be able to be in contact with such an awesome and an empowering person. And so I'm definitely excited about the interview today. But during the broadcast, you can support my page by sending stars, a digital gift that helps me earn money. We will use the stars to hire more journalists and content creators while supporting Black-owned businesses, hoping to create an ecosystem that brings about success for all involved. If you find value in the content, please send your stars today and tell a friend about our page. If you're on here, thank you, Peace, Freedom, for joining. Ignar, Andrea, for joining. I don't know what flag it is. Oh, Uganda, from Uganda. Thank you so much for joining. Please share. You guys are just as important. If you have any questions for my guests, please just put that in the comments and I'll be happy to get those questions answered. I don't have too much more to say, so I'm gonna see if I can get thumbs up from Kendra and see if she's ready to come on. Looks like she's ready, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me get her on here. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm gonna tell you, it was like a few different things that I was like, she has quite a few different things going on.
Yeah.
So we'll discuss the book. We're gonna discuss the film. I'm very interested in that, and then everything else that you have going on.
Okay.
That's okay. But if you could just go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Kendra. I go by the stage name Kendra Chitman. That's actually my prior last name, and when I got started in doing stage plays, that was the name I used. So it's actually Kendra. Sorry, but for the purpose of the sake of the show, it'll be Kendra Chitman for the business name. So I'm a mother of two children. I'm married. I have a son and I have a daughter. My son is a senior this year. I'm so excited that he'll be, getting out. It's been a lot of prayer, but
Yeah.
but he's doing well. He's doing well, and so I'm excited about that. I do have a lot of different things going on. I recently released an anthology. It's called Bandages. On last year, June, we had our book signing in Tyler. That's where I reside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a native of Shreveport, Louisiana. You can find the book on Amazon, Bandages.
Yes.
I have a nonprofit organization. I am the CEO and founder of it, and it's called Rising Star Theatrical Productions. It's we do performing arts and we also do outreach as well and community involvement. And so I also have Kendra Chitman Productions. That's also stage productions, but it's not necessarily Christianity, but it does have a message. So Rising Star Theatrical Productions is more of religious, and KCP, it's not really religious. It just depends on what I'm writing about.
Gotcha.
I don't know what else to share. I have a lot of things going on.
You did awesome. And so let's just start with Bandages. It's actually 10 authors on that book.
11.
Does that include you?
Yes.
Okay, so 11 total. And so how did you decide to not make it just a book that you wrote on your own, but decided to collaborate with other writers?
Well, I was actually in the process of writing another book, but one day I just heard in my spirit, it was last year, I want you to write a book. It's called Bandages, and I heard the word anthology, and I said okay. And so as I continue to pray on it, he just began to give me different people that I should include into the particular book, that I knew that had stories that were very impactful. And I know all these people personally, so these are not stories that are conjured up. And every one of these authors of the book, they are believers. So the book is about believers that's going through different trials and tribulations, and how they overcame it, or how they still are overcoming obstacles and trials and tribulations.
That's awesome, because a lot of times as believers, people think we're supposed to have this perfect life, and it is actually the exact opposite.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't know how great God is until we've gone through some things, right?
Yes.
And so you were they all female writers, or was it?
We had all female writers with the exception of one. Yeah, Daryl is a guy named Daryl. I'm glad that he put his story in there, but so all of them are females with the exception of one guy. So yes.
And did it help you personally just hearing? I know you said you already knew it, because that was one of my questions. How did you gather all the authors together? But you knew them personally, and so you sought them out to see if they could tell their story.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So all of them are not just writers. That might have been the first time they've ever done anything like that.
There is one young lady, Monica. She is an author. Okay. She has other books that are out. I think one or two books that are out. With the exception of her, everybody else are first time writers.
Wow. How did they talk when I'm sure you guys talked about it? How did that help their healing process?
A lot of them were grateful to be part of the project. In this particular book, some of them are talking about, some of us are revealing how we have overcome certain things. Mm-hmm. And some of us are talking about how we're still overcoming those things. Mm-hmm. So, but a lot of people have reached out to me and was like, hey, this book has really just helped me out of this journey. And it just helped me out reading their stories as well. Right. Because sometimes you're going through things, you feel that you're the only one. But when I read other people's stories, I'm like, man, I don't know if I went through anything compared to what they've gone through.
It can give you a boost, because somebody's always going through something worse. We are so selfish at times, thinking that we're the only ones going through some things. And so I literally just got your information over the weekend. So yeah, y'all, I did see that it is on Amazon, like she said, for like $8.95. So it's less than $10.
Yeah. That's for the I think that's for the ebook. But for the paperback, I think it's $12.99.
There you go. Okay, so she would know better. All I saw was $8, and I was like, oh, that's not bad at all. Okay, so if you want the ebook, $9 or below. If you want the paperback, you get $13. Still a good purchase. I was just reading the back of it, and I was like, oh, I'm a reader, so that's right up my alley. So I will definitely bless your ministry. I think it's awesome anytime you can get females and a male together, and you be able to tell your story. It just empowers people to know that you can make it. Yeah. Or even if you haven't made it through, like you said, some of the stories, they haven't all the way, they haven't been what's the word?
Totally recovered. Yeah.
That's the word. Totally healed.
Yeah.
But you can still be happy during your healing. You don't have to sit in shame. And a lot of times books like that will just shine some light on some things that can help you just kind of get through your own. So awesome job on that. I'm gonna move on over to
and it's also a journal too as well. I'm sorry. It's a journal included in the back of the book as well. So yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So you have a journal in the back of the book. What was your thought behind that? You wanted people to just
do reflection questions.
Oh.
On what they've read or how certain things affected their lives. Yes.
That's awesome, because like for our women's ministry, that probably would be something really good to have. So I'm gonna suggest that. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so any more about the book? Do you have any other books that you have that you're working on right now?
I have another book that I'm working on. I don't know when it'll be out. So, yes.
Is it going to be totally different from this? From
It's
what?
going to be about my church experience that I've had, like being in churches that were cultish, witchcraft.
Ooh, that
Yes.
should be interesting.
Yes.
But and how you got to the right side of things.
Yes.
That's,
Yes.
so I doing my research, I found it in about 2013 is when you started the Rising Star.
Yes, that's when we received our 501c3 accreditation. Yes, ma'am.
Rising Star Theatrical. And so, what was your vision behind that? It says you're the vision. What was your vision behind Rising Star? I, I know I'm paraphrasing it, but you
Oh,
know.
that's fine. It's demonstrating um dramatization acts. Um I write original storylines. I like to write about real life situations. I like to write about things that are real, relatable, and relevant. Things that people can relate to.
Right.
And because I grew up in the church, my heart is still in ministry. So I feel that writing is therapeutic. I feel that watching something inspirational is therapeutic, and it's also a way to heal as well when you can see movies that inspires you or that empowers you. So those are the type of stage plays that I like to present to the
Okay,
audience.
so these are stage plays.
Those are stage plays,
And
yes.
then on the other side is the film. Okay, so
Yes.
as far as stage plays, how many stage plays have you?
I've written over 10 stage plays, and I started writing murder mystery shows when you have the dinner
Wow.
and theater.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I like doing those as well.
I've gone to those. I like those. Okay. That's cool. Okay, so you started out doing that and then it just brought into, but a lot of your stage plays are Christian based
Christian
or
based,
is
yes,
Christian based?
yes.
Okay. And so do you usually perform them at different churches or do you perform how do you usually
I
say?
would perform them at different churches, or I would just rent out like a theater or facility, and I'll just have it there. I'm wanting to get more I guess clients that's wanting a stage play that want to do like fundraisers for their church where the
Mhm.
members perform the stage play and I can come and
Oh,
direct.
okay.
It'll be easier, instead of
Right,
having your cast to travel here or there. And plus,
right.
we're so busy, you may not have the same cast members.
That's
So,
a good
yes,
idea. That's
yes,
actually a good idea.
yes.
Um, yeah, that's a good idea. I know as a kid I used to remember my mom and dad. I'm a pastor's kid, so I
Okay.
just remember my mom taking and dad taking us to different church plays is what I called them.
Yeah.
Church plays, and they was always so good. So, um, what's so is that what you're working on right now? Because I see now the one that I saw is that the film.
This is it's
What
a
kind
film.
of church is this?
It's a film production. What kind of church is this? We're gonna
Mhm.
film it on March the 25th. It is going to be in Bossier, Louisiana, near Shreveport. So yes, it's a comedy drama
That you've written.
that I've written. Yes, ma'am. It originally started off as a stage play. I've done it like twice as a stage play,
Oh,
and
okay, so
this
you just
time it's going
moved
to
it
be a
over.
movie. Yes, and I've
Now,
added
when
like
you
different characters and stuff to it.
on the on with Rising Star, do you let other writers write and do productions, or is it just everything you write everything?
I wanted to be incorporate where other people come in and write their story.
Okay.
Where other people come in and direct. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want it just to be a me thing. It's a community. Um,
That's awesome.
it's a 501c3. It's a community organization
Okay.
for the community.
What's your favorite role? The writer, director, producer, author? You got a lot of them.
You know what? I enjoy writing. I really enjoy writing. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, you're a good writer. You're a good writer." So I really enjoy writing. Yeah.
Have you been writing since you were young?
I didn't start writing until I was in college. I had prayed for a gift. I had took a creative writing class in college.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like right as soon as I finished college, I heard this title, The Road to Destruction. And
Mm-hmm.
I started hearing different characters and stuff. So I started writing it down. So that
Mm-hmm.
was my first stage play I did, The Road to Destruction. I did it in 2008. I just stepped out on faith. I never had theater experience or whatever. Um, I just stepped out on faith. I wrote, direct, produced it. Yeah.
That's the best way to do it sometimes. Just don't
Yeah.
think. Just don't think about it. Just step out there and do it. If you
Yes.
think about it too long, the enemy will come in and try to change our mind and tell us we're not ready. So it's always good to step out on faith. So guys, I'm gonna show y'all a little clip of what's the name of it? What kind of church is this? She gave us a little sneak preview, and then we're gonna discuss that.
Oh.
Second, let me see. Oh, I wish it was bigger.
It's Christ. Justice as Christ does it. As the honorarium is revealed in their jail, each member is asked to pay $5. Today, attendance in church is only about 20 people. God gives us the journey to bring peace back to Him.
Someone saying that I'm being audited.
Let me have you about three things about the church.
Yeah, but I don't know who that could be.
What
you.
kind of church is this?
Wow.
You got all kind of stuff. He said, no, not $5, $500.
Yes.
As a pastor's kid myself, I prefer the $500 too, as opposed to the $5. But I'm a little nice.
That's funny.
I'm a tad bit biased. So, when you was thinking about this one here, were you actually thinking about things you had gone through at the church or saw while you've been in church, or this is just something out of your imagination?
Everything that I write, it has a part of me in it somewhere. Yeah, it has a part of me somewhere. This particular production is about my personal opinion of how I feel a lot of churches have gone astray as far as being about the Father's business. It's all about personal agendas, I feel now in a lot of churches. And a lot of times you go to church, back when I grew up, it was sanctification holiness. I grew up in that type of background. Now when you go to church, you see people up there singing. You don't know if you're in a club. You don't. I mean, it's. I mean, you just they say don't judge, but there still should be standards. That's just my personal belief. It still should be standards. So, but this church had went astray of doing the things of God, the love they had for God. They stopped doing outreach and whatnot. And so the pastor is set up with a scandal, unbeknown to him. So here he is facing going to jail. So, and the church is doing all kind of things. So that's why it's called, what kind of church is this? Like, what in the world is going on here? And so that's my interpretation of when I go to certain churches. Like, what in the world is this church?
Do you think this could hurt? Do you think that this could hurt the way people view Christians, how they view the church? when we're being honest like that. I mean, you're doing nothing but being honest. I'm just asking.
Do I feel it can hurt the church? I just pray and hope that if anybody see their churches this way or they're this way or this character, that they pray and repent and get it right. I mean, because the Bible tells us is a roadmap to exemplifies how we should live our life accordingly.
That's right.
And this is just has like a lot of comedy going on. You know, a lot of people have flaws. We all have flaws.
Right.
So it just shows different characters and their flaws. So it's just making it's shedding light on the truth with comedy.
With comedy.
Yeah.
And you said you guys start filming it in March?
It's gonna be filmed, yes, March 25th. That's our film date.
For the whole film?
Well, the setting is only going to be a church setting, so I can't be simple. Yeah, it's going to be a church setting. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's going to take place like in church, and other things going to be talked about. That's not necessarily in the church, if that makes sense.
I already like the pastor. And little Miss Girl that got up at the church with the little mini skirt on. You know, we got a lot of those.
That's her character. That's her character.
I see you. I see what you. Yeah, because we go to church and it's a fashion show or a club, like you said. You just never know where you coming from. But that's okay because we're all a work in progress.
Yeah.
And God is still the author and finisher of everything.
Amen. Amen.
So that's what's up. So this is done through for some reason I thought I said KCP Productions, but you called it
Kendra Chitman Productions. That's
okay.
It's still, even though it's religious, it's film. So KCP is also it's film.
Okay, so that's just on your film side.
Yes.
That's what's up. You got all kind of stuff going. I seen that you was an educator and a correctional officer too.
Yes, I was a teacher's aide. I was in the education for like over 10 years.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm a correctional officer now.
Oh wow! So that in itself should be some stories.
Yes,
I'm a correctional officer, and so she always got something for me. So, what you just have so much. You have so much going on. How do you handle having your hand in so many different things and being able to give all those different things 100%?
Well, what I'm doing now, it's not. I didn't do it all together. Like the book, it was finished by last year in June. Sometimes if I get, and yeah, also we're having a virtual Rising Star, the nonprofit organization. We're having a virtual career day for high school students, 9 through 12. That's going to be March to 11th. So I'm doing that. So I try not to do too many things at one time, but now my mind is on doing a short film project. We have what is called Louisiana Film Prize report, and you win like $50,000 being the winner.
Okay.
So part of me is like, oh, I want to go for it. I entered it one year, but I didn't make the 20 film just because the way it was like filmed or whatever. So I want to like go for it again. I'm just praying if this is the right season for me to do it or if I have to wait. So
you know what? Well, you're going about it right. You know, it sounds like you pray about everything before you started. So you know you're heading in the right direction if you're starting with prayer. Yes. But I love everything that you are doing. Is there any other things that you wanted to discuss today that I wasn't aware of?
I can't think of anything else. You covered it all. I didn't know you was doing research and everything. I was like, oh, that is so good.
Well, I try to know, especially if I'm going to put my money towards something. I want to know what she's doing. Let me see what she's talking about. Let me see what she's talking about. So when will the film be ready? When do you think that the film will be ready? And are you just gonna release it on like YouTube, or how are you gonna release the film once you have it done?
So I'm planning on probably releasing it maybe in a few theaters first.
Oh, that's awesome.
and then putting it on a digital platform, because it may take a while for the digital platform to accept it. I want to put it like on like Prime, Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
Tubi,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a couple more. So that's the plan.
That's where your head is.
Yes.
Awesome. How did you get the actors?
From my hometown. They are from Shreveport,
Mm-hmm. Did you
Louisiana.
make them audition? Like, did you have auditions and all that?
I didn't have auditions. Usually I reach out to people that I've known before that has worked with me.
Oh, okay.
It's like about 3 people that's part of this production that they didn't audition for the part. That they're just characters within themselves. They are already, normally when people are artists, they're already singers or musicians. It's like certain things become natural for them. Like acting becomes like natural, like second nature to them. So they're naturals. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I don't have anything else for you today. I'm gonna let you go because you are definitely a busy woman, especially with a senior. Is he in high school?
He's in high school. He's in the 12th grade. Yes.
Woo!
Yes.
And this is what March. This is when it goes fast and all the money is due.
Yeah.
So is he going to school somewhere?
Yes, he's a senior at it's a school in Tyler called Tyler Legacy.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes.
No, what is he going to college or military or what is he?
He's undecided. That is why I want to have this virtual career day.
Yeah, that's right.
He's gonna have to make up his mind what he wants
to do. That's boys though. They're so last minute. I can say that to you from experience. So boys is just last minute. They can pull your hair out.
I know.
It's been so awesome speaking with you today, and I wish you well with everything. And I'm gonna get right on Amazon, and I have to find the $12.95 one, but I'm gonna get right on there and purchase that book. And so I'm gonna reach out again once I've read it, just to discuss some things. But I really love what you're doing as a Black woman to another Black woman. I really love what you're doing. You're putting yourself out there, and you're bringing other people right up there with you. So that's always awesome. So you have an awesome night, and thank you so much for joining the show today.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for Swag Heart Magazine's segment of What's Going On. I am LaRhonda Marie. Of course, y'all see me every Thursday at 7 p.m. Please don't forget to tune in to Under Construction with LaRhonda Marie every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard. Now, we're off this week due to a sister's birthday, but I'll resume next week, and it's Women's Month, so I have a lot of great women that'll be coming to the show and to discuss some different things. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and thank you so much for joining in. Please make sure you share and comment, and I'll get right, and I will respond to any comments that you have. Have a great night.